Okay, so this week I am preparing handicrafts. So I am going to go through how I quickly do this. So there are streams to handicrafts, as Emily from Delectable Education puts it. You can go back and listen to one of their podcasts they talk about the 5 different streams being housework, needlecraft, Sloyd, service, and a term craft. Okay, so each term, a term craft would be you are working on one kind of a thing, whether it's weaving or sculpting or like decorating or whatever. So we you don't have to choose a different term craft every term for the rest of your years. So it's not like every term has to be different. It just should go through the different kinds of crafts they could do, I guess. So we're going to start at housework. So housework, we do gardening, a lot of gardening. My kiddos are helping with the gardening. And then I have for one of them to work on learning how to clean a bathroom sink properly and one how to clean the bathroom toilet. And so each term I try and choose a house project for them to learn, as well as continuing to work on the garden. Like my one daughter is learning how to prune and tie up tomatoes this year. The other one is working on harvesting garlic scapes. That's new for her. So anyways, so they're learning different things throughout the season in the garden, but we do the same thing, obviously, in the house as well. But it's usually like 1 or 2 new chores every year. I don't usually get to 1 per term exactly, because by the time they finally get it takes them a little bit. So then needlecraft is the second term thing. So we will be working on knitting. We learned some basic knitting this year from a lady in our nature group, and that was 1 day of learning. My kids fell in love with it, and we didn't really do much with it. So I picked some knitting projects off of Pinterest, but I also found basic knitting videos so that we can go and say, okay, we're going to watch this video and then we're going to do the thing. And so that we have an instructor to instruct us. So I had to go find those videos. I watched the videos, made sure they were going to work for my kids, like that they aren't too fast, they're not too slow, they're not too long, they're, all that kind of thing. So I did that for our needlecraft. For Sloyd, we are continuing through our paper modeling book. We are not done with this yet. Hold on. Okay, we are continuing through our paper modeling book with my oldest, and we are working on, my youngest should be wrapping up this paper folding, simple paper folding, cutting and mounting that we got through the CMEC. So we had printed this with them, and we are working through that with my current Kinderleben. She'll be in 1B next year, so we'll finish those next year, but she was able to start some of them this year. And then we have, I don't even know what this belongs to, but we had gotten this off the CMEC too. And so we use these models as well as the paper modeling. Other supplies we have for Sloyd, this boning knife has been great for creasing our paper, which seems like, why can't you just use a fingernail? I don't know. This works better. That's all there is to it. It's a boning knife. Amazon has them. Came in a 2-pack. They weren't very expensive, and they work great. So I highly recommend this, even though you could just use your finger. This makes the crease like really obvious or something. It works better for my kids. The second thing we got is one of those green mats. I don't have it with me, that you can cut on for sewing. So we use that, and then we purchased this kit from Beavercraft. That's what it's called, and it has wood knives in it. These are what they recommend. That is a big knife. That is terrifying to think of my child using. That's why she doesn't use that one. That's why we bought this kit, because there's 3 knives in here. And this is the one she uses. So she can work with a real knife and can go slow enough and precise enough. It works really well for her for this year. Yes, I just sheathed that very poorly. Don't judge me. Don't come at me. Anyways, so these knives, this set of knives comes with like things to sharpen it and stuff as well. Comes with Band-Aids, which made me laugh really hard when we received it. And yet at the same time, I totally understand. So anyways, we use that for Sloyd. And then for the kids, for their paper, I bought this scrapbook paper at Walmart. Fairy tale designs, so they think it's great because half the time it's rainbows, unicorns, or mermaids. So they're in love. So that is our Sloyd and what we'll keep doing. We are working towards getting to the cardboard modeling by Heaton. Y'all, I gotta be honest, $45 for that book, $45. I know that it goes through Form 4. I get that. But that seems really expensive for a book. I hate spending $20 on a book, let alone $45. So anyway, so I'm struggling with that one. Then we have service. We are working on projects for our Operation Christmas Child boxes. So we helped to sew and we will help to crochet some blankets, and we sewed some dolls, and we're going to continue working on things like that for in our Operation Christmas Child boxes. And our term craft this year, well, this term, it's card making. So we had gotten a card making book from a friend, which I thought would be really fun. So there's all sorts of different card making projects in here. So I'll probably have my kids go through and pick a few projects they want to do so that we can get the supplies ahead of time. I'll do that sooner rather than later. And then as well as that, I also have a lettering book so that we can be writing fancier letters with our card making. So you could write happy birthday in very calligraphical lettering. Anyways, so that's how I'm kind of like decorative surface type. Whoa. Baby. Whoa. Okay. Anyways. And then on the side, my daughter is also working on fair entry projects. But that's kind of an ongoing thing. So some of these will go to fair and some will not. But anyways, hopefully that's helpful. That's how I plan these out, is I just look at each of the 5 topics. Don't do that. And when I am doing them, I pull out what have we done, what haven't we done in a while. So like each term or each year, you're supposed to do 1 term of clay modeling. So we do that. That usually ends up being in the winter because then we have a little bit of something to do in the afternoon when it's kind of yucky out and nobody wants to be outside. So we usually save that for our winter term project. And then we always do Sloyd. So we just keep moving forward on that. Even though technically we should be in the cardboard modeling, I'm gonna roll with the paper modeling until we finish out that book, and then we'll move into it. Because we have made tremendous progress on measuring and all of the like geometrical, starting to read the patterns ourselves. Like my daughter has made a ton of progress. I think it would be good for her to finish out this book just to keep up the confidence before heading into like a little bit harder medium with the cardboard. Anyways, so that is what we have. And there is a wonderful handicraft planner that the Delectable Education ladies put together. If you're not in the cohort, if you are in the cohort, it's part of your handicraft overview. It's in the attachments. And so that helps to like plan things out and think things through. And what are we doing this term? What have we done in the past? And actually planning out your handicrafts. And so I use that. Other than that, that's about it. If you have any questions, leave them below. If you have handicrafts that you have loved, would love to hear about them because I'm always looking for fun things for my kiddos. We've done weaving, which has been a win. We have done knitting, crocheting, not knitting. Knitting, we did one day of knitting. Crocheting, we've done the clay modeling. We did, I'm trying to think, what else did we do? Oh, raffia, but that's kind of like weaving, but we also did weaving with a loom, like yarn weaving. And we've done some beadwork and things like that. So anyways, if you have suggestions, I'm always open. Oh, and we've done embroidery. That's a great one. Oh, that reminds me. I found a really cool company. While I'm thinking of it, let me get up and get this. Because this is one thing that I found for my daughter who is doing embroidery this term. How cute this is. This is a free download from Penguin and Fish. Penguin and Fish. And they have how-to videos on how to do a bunch of these stitches. So if you're like, how do you do that? How do you do this? This is how. They have like this cute little sampler that you can work on. And so we've done embroidery, and I would recommend Penguin and Fish and go get their free download. All right. Hopefully that's helpful.